Homicide 1919. The case of 24-year-old Harry Bohle. Harry Bohle was found guilty but insane for the murder of his 24-year-old girlfriend, Rosie Josephine Gallman. He killed her at 15 Prospect Place, Shadwell, on Saturday the 16th of August 1919. It was said that there had apparently been no motive, and he later said he did it whilst pretending to shave her. Harry Bohle was described as a Mons man, a well-built, fair-haired young man, and a discharged soldier, and it was said to all their friends that he and Rosie Gallman appeared to be ideal lovers and to have been looking forward with happy eagerness to their approaching marriage. Rosie Gallman's family had lived at 12 Chapman Place, Upper Chapman Street in St George's East. Her mother said that Rosie Gallman resided with her, and that she had known Harry Bohle since her childhood, and that they had been schoolmates together, and that she had been keeping company with Harry Bohle. Her mother said that after Harry Bohle joined up in the army, that he once came home on leave and assaulted Rosie Gallman, giving her a black eye, after which she broke off their courtship until the armistice was signed, when they made up again and began keeping company again. She said that it was Rosie Gallman's habit to go round to Harry Bohle's house every night in Prospect Place, where he lived with his parents. She said that on the Saturday evening, about 5:30 p.m, that Rosie Gallman left home to see Harry Bohle as usual, and at about 7 p.m. a neighbour went to see her and told her that Rosie Gallman was in the London hospital and that Harry Bohle had cut her throat. It was noted that they were due to be married in 6 months' time. However, Rosie Gallman's mother said that she had not known that they were courting again until 5 weeks earlier, noting that she had refused to consent to the marriage and that their courtship was contrary to her wishes. Harry Bohle's sister said that Harry Bohle met Rosie Gallman at the door on the Saturday evening, and that after passing friendly remarks, they went into the parlour. She said that she later heard some chairs move, and that a noise attracted her attention, and so she went in, and when she did, she saw Rosie Gallman on the couch with blood coming from her throat. She said that she first thought that Rosie Gallman had broken a blood vessel. She said that she then went to find her mother. She said that Harry Bohle and Rosie Gallman had always seemed fond of one another. When she was asked whether Harry Bohle had ever appeared strange in his mind, she said that she had never noticed that. Rosie Gallman was taken to the hospital, where she was found to be suffering from shock and blood loss, and she died 20 minutes later. It was noted that she didn't speak at all following admission. The house surgeon there said that her wounds could not have been self-inflicted. Harry Bohle had served in the Dardanelles, in Belgium and in France, and had been at the retreat from Mons. He had been wounded a number of times, blown up by shells 3 times in one day, and finally fell victim to pneumonia and pleurisy when the war was actually over. Doctors that examined him admitted that he had a mental instability and agreed to the possibility of the hardships and strains of warfare having been responsible. However, divergent views were given as to the effects of shell shock. When he gave an account of the crime to a prison medical officer, he said, "We were sitting together on the sofa, on which my razor was. We'd been playing together, and I picked up the razor and said, 'You can do with a shave, dear.' And she said, 'Don't, not now.' But I went through the motion of shaving her, and the result was her throat was cut." When the judge summed up, he said, "It is quite obvious prisoner was not normal in his physical and nervous system. I emphasise this." His defence highlighted his army career, noting that he had an excellent record, even a noble record. The jury retired for 25 minutes before finding him guilty of the act, but insane and not responsible at the time he committed it, and the judge ordered him to be detained during His Majesty's pleasure. Prospect Place has since been demolished and is now a park. The length of it ran north-south, just to the east of Cable Street Inn, along what is now known as Library Place.